So IdeaSpace is a part of Central Rappahannock Regional Library. We are an independent location. We are a making and media space where we have lots of equipment that customers can come and they can get trained on. We call it badging, and then they can come and use it independently. So things like 3D printers, laser cutters, an AV studio, drawing tablets, a bunch of stuff. We're not connected to any one branch, so we are our own location at 1616 Princess Anne Street.
We have people of all skill levels come into IdeaSpace. We've got the beginners, and we've got the pros. So we needed a way to quickly train customers to use the equipment, so we came up with badging. And the way badging works is you take a brief certification, less than half an hour, and then you're certified to use it independently. And we've kind of gamified it like a Pokemon system. So you get trained in something, you get a 3D printed or sometimes laser cut badge. And the total badges we offer are the sewing machine, embroidery machine, AV booth, drawing tablet, 3D scanner, video converter, serger, 3D printer, laser cutter, and if you get all 9, we 3D print you a little pepper trophy.
How about that? That makes me want to come and learn some of this stuff.
Yeah, that's the goal, yeah. You do have to make an appointment because it's a lot for us to do a lot of badging in one day. So it does take some time. But then you're certified to use it independently.
This place opens so many doors for people creatively, financially, from a hobbyist standpoint. You know, we've got people who just come in here to make little projects on the 3D printers, and we have people who come in and they run their own businesses with some of the stuff that they create here. So it's a really special place.
Yeah, we've badged around 2,000 customers so far.
Yeah,
they just keep coming.
So once you have the badges, then you can
absolutely
go to your area.
And we're there to help you troubleshoot, especially if you're just getting started. We're there to answer your questions after that. It's very hands-on learning, and normally when people come in, they have a project in mind. And if you don't, this is a great place to get inspired. So over here we have our primary maker area. We do offer sewing machines, classic.
Haven't seen one of those in a long time.
No. Pretty easy to use once you thread it. Here we have a serger, which if you don't know is like a finishing machine. So it cuts edges and it uses these 4 threads to weave them together. Here are our classic 3D printers, and I always pitch these as it's a smart hot glue gun that moves around on a little rail.
I like that.
Yeah, so plastic heats up and then melts it out into the shape one little layer at a time. That's the way that you can explain it to people and they don't get overwhelmed. It demystifies it. We have an Ultimaker S5 3D printer here as well, and this is a fancy one. So we can do 2 colors at a time and it auto loads the plastic. Very popular for bigger projects.
Wow, okay.
We do have a 3D scanner as well, and you should think of this as like a reverse 3D printer, where you take a physical thing, you put it here, it scans it, and then creates a 3D model in the computer. And we've been able to partner with the Fredericksburg Area Museum to scan some artifacts. We've had people do turtle shells. We've had people do broken pieces of hardware that they've made, all kinds of things on the 3D scanner. If you were an artist and say you've made a pot, you could 3D scan your clay. That way you have a digital copy of it in case it breaks, and then 3D print your copies.
This right here is our video conversion station. You can see that we've got a combination DVD player / VCR connected to the computer. And what people can do is they can come and they can bring their own home recordings. It's not going to work with Hollywood films or anything like that, but if they've got old family VHSs, which is what we primarily see, people can learn how to convert the VHS to a digital MP4 file, and then they can take that, watch it on their computer, they can burn it to a DVD to watch on their home theater system. So it's one of the lesser used pieces of equipment, but for people who have these old memories, the old media, they love to come and be able to turn that into something that they can view with modern equipment.
Really, it's not all just high-tech stuff.
Correct. It's really just creative, broadly.
Yeah.
We wanted to include something for everybody. Now, IdeaSpace is very unique in that it is a combination maker digital media lab. So we have the recording stuff and we have the making stuff, and normally in libraries those are in different rooms. because we are one big building, everybody gets to interact. And so you get these interactions between people across wildly different disciplines who would never meet, and that's one of our greatest strengths.
Yeah.
We just added this chalk pillar so customers can express themselves. It's a big goal to work more with artists. We had some art rails installed recently. We plan on featuring some local artists when we can. Little things like this, they don't seem big, but they are, because you add this and then people start talking. They start drawing, they start commenting, they start working together. It's a conversation piece. So little details like this, they add up.
So again, we do have an age minimum for a lot of the equipment, but we do have a lot of families that will come in with their children. And while the younger children themselves may not be able to use the equipment quite yet, the parents will show them what they're doing and give them kind of a guided tour. So, we can badge the parents, and then the parents can involve their children in the process. So even when we're not able to directly badge a child, then we can still involve them in that part of it.
Yeah.
So with their parents, or their guardians.
This is one of the most fun places in town.
Absolutely. We're one of the few places in town where people can come and they can express themselves creatively, and there's no expectation placed on them. They can come here, they can get badged, they can do whatever they want. They don't have to spend any money. They don't have to buy food or alcohol or anything like that. They can just come here, have a good time, stress-free.
It's about understanding what the customer's vision is. Again, we put people first.
Yeah.
Technology can be a big, scary buzzword, but we prefer to think of it as a gym, and as long as you come in and you start doing your exercises, you're going to make improvement. That's what we want to see, the practice element. If you want to stay up to date with what we're doing, CRRL_IdeaSpace on Instagram is the best way to see what we're up to.